Hello, welcome to my channel. This is called Retromania. It's all about things that are old that look modern, things that are modern that look old, and everything in between. If it's interesting, I'll come and review it. Here are a section of things I'm going to be talking about, and here is the subject. Today is the first video, a new vinyl record. Over. And here we have one of the great joys of being a retromaniac like myself, is that you have the joy of getting a brand new record. This one was sent to me courtesy of that nice Mr. Neil Young, just one day after its official release, and I already received the digital high-res file. But we won't go into that because this is a retro channel, so we're all analog here. The good thing about this record is that unlike many modern records and reissues, it says on the back that it was mastered directly from the analog tape, so it should give you the best quality analog experience. But of course, the long-standing debate about what's best, digital or analog, will no doubt rage on. But this is a retro channel, so therefore we're going to concentrate on the analog aspect. And the great joy is you've got this lovely physical object, which I'm going to try and get into without damaging any of the contents, which is sometimes more difficult than you think, as the packaging can resist sometimes. So I'm not going to completely divest it of the outer packaging yet, although again there are arguments about whether you should do that or not, because we've got the little sticker on the side, which of course would go. So let's get the album out of its sleeve and switch on the stereo. Again, you've got this beautiful inner sleeve, which of course I will change for a proper one with a I'll stop that for a moment, because that is the actual record playing on the high res in the background, and you don't want to hear that because it'll give a content match. So here is the record itself. So there's the inner sleeve, complete with lyrics back as they were in the old days, before you had things like CDs and other stuff where you just didn't really have the space. So there is the record in all its glory. I don't think this is a particularly high, heavyweight version, but as it's brand new, it shouldn't require cleaning, although again some people think you should clean all records, but sometimes that can introduce static. So this is the joy of analog retro. We've got a physical thing. So there we are, we're set to line 1. We've got my control there which switches between the USB for recording purposes and the straight signal, because although this is an analog retro channel, we still have to deal with the world of digital. This is all about the pleasure of the analog. So one of the things I should be talking about is record sleeves, because actually these, although this is lovely, it's a beautiful photograph, it doesn't actually protect the record very well, prone to scratching, causing static, etc. So we're going to put it in a proper one shortly. Anyway, first the little routine. Give the stylus a little clean. The record, just giving it a dab, just to take any large surface objects off. Now again, I'm going to put down the lid, and that's because I live in a cottage where there is lots of dust and damp, but many people say again you shouldn't do that. So there we are, we're lowering the stylus, the record is now playing. You just have to imagine what Mr. Young and his band Crazy Horse sound like. Okay, so that's playing a record. More on records shortly. This is just by way of an intro. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this one, and there'll be lots of other videos on retro stuff, analog recordings, analog photography, anything to do with the past that might have some relevance to the present. Old motorcycles, new motorcycles that look old,
and all that sort of stuff, the things we used to use back in the day when we thought they were high tech compared to what they are now, which is where they're not. Okay. Over and out.